Hello, and welcome to the Digressive Podcast, a podcast at the intersection of geek and countercultures. I'm Christophe Brushansky, Belgian digital artist and philosophical author. Today, I'm going to talk about plastic packaging. Humanity finally acknowledges it has a problem with plastic. Plastic trash is everywhere, on our streets, in our parks, high in the mountains, and deep in the oceans. But as for any addiction, our dependence on plastic, and more specifically plastic packaging, is not merely a bad habit. It's deeply rooted in our psyche. Let's take this tea bag as an example. We can think of packaging as a thin layer that separates a desirable product or substance from the undesirable. A layer that protects that substance and maintains its attractiveness. Tea is not only sold in individual bags. These bags are protected nowadays in individual plastic bags, themselves sold in boxes delivered to your local supermarket in bigger boxes, and delivered to your home in other boxes. Fast consumer goods are characterized by countless numbers of packaging layers, whether it is in grocery, beauty, or electronic stores. We live in a world where there is more and more packaging for less and less substance, more and more partition, more and more protection against a hidden threat. Is really drinking this tea and consuming all these products available to us worth plastic that will decompose only after hundreds of years and still be toxic? What justifies so much packaging? The first explanation is industrial. Use of plastic is justified by the absolute necessity to produce consumer goods that can be sold in large numbers. What is protected by plastic is not so much a desirable substance, but its standardization. What this plastic bag is protecting is not the tea, but the promise that each cup of tea I will drink from this brand will taste exactly the same. As a society, we could not function economically without protecting consumer goods from any deviation. One could say we live in a 60-mass society, one that expects everything to be 99.99966% defect-free, a society that is obsessed with purity, purity of a new, purity of a commodity, purity of a consumer experience. Any imperfection or variation makes a product instantly worthless. Our packaging typically comes with more standards to keep consumers safe, with more warnings, labels, and notices. Now, consumer safety is a legitimate concern. However, most notices and small prints on food packaging or garment labels won't be read by anyone. Do not iron on the print. Keep away from fire. Store in a cool, dry, and dark place. Are notices not meant to be read as such, or be of any use for consumers? They are a demonstration of power. From regulators ready to blame any company that is deemed not protective enough to its consumers. The more packaging, the more warnings, the better for industrials and regulators. All of this industrial packaging would not be possible without the support of consumers themselves. This brings us to another explanation for excessive plastic packaging. Our desire to be protected, taken care of by a ubiquitous parental figure wrapping our food and giving us comfort in sameness. We all want to get special attention, to buy our favorite snacks in individual packages, as if they were prepared just for us. Consumer goods are sold as if they were carefully wrapped gifts. Every day is our birthday. Unpacking our purchases brings us back to the, quote, infantile situation of passive gratification vouchsafed by the parents, to quote Jean Baudrillard. Advertisement, and in this case plastic packaging, transforms a purely commercial relationship into a personal one, end quote. Wrapped candies and chocolate teach us at an early age to associate packaging and instant gratification. the more plastic packaging, the bigger the event to celebrate, and the bigger the satisfaction will be. What packaging is protecting us against might in fact be reality. The substance to protect are our childhood fantasies. Packaging is not only conditioning the products we buy, it is conditioning our lives. Our commutes in mass transit systems, our working hours on ergonomic desks, our binge-watching evenings on home theater systems are all packaged experiences. These experiences are curated, freed from any deviation, coming each with their own warnings. Stand clear of the closing doors. Please keep your work area clean. The following images may be disturbing to some viewers. We are constantly protected against an elusive existential threat, and more importantly, against our own impulses. Our everyday experiences become commodities. To our great satisfaction, we embrace this commodification in the hope that industrialization of human experiences will lead to their constant improvement, similar to how our washing machines and TV screens keep improving through industrial cycles. Maybe our existence could be improved the same way. We dream of packaged products and experiences. Think about 3D generated candy bars, 3D generated cars and furniture used in advertisement, printed in magazines and shared on social media. Think about selfie filters and retouched model pictures. Most of the lifestyle we aspire to are now enhanced or computer generated. Demand for pure lines and whitewashed existence is so high that the physical world cannot satisfy us anymore. We want to live in a virtual world, and this raises even higher our expectations regarding consumer goods. They must look exactly the same as on the 3D generated images. They must be mass-produced, packaged, and protected from reality, so that no imperfection can ruin our consumer experience. So yes, we might find technological solutions to plastic waste, better recycle and invent compostable packaging. But what about this ever-increasing urge to feel protected from reality? Doing more to unpack our existence might be necessary in order to live a sustainable life. That's it for plastic packaging. If you've enjoyed these digressions, please like or subscribe, and feel free to share your other explanations for plastic addiction. Thank you, and see you soon!